And welcome back to part 3 of What If Goku Was Born with God Ki. So last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If Goku was born with God Ki? Raditz has come to invade the Earth and bring the Saiyans to find his brother and take over the planet. Unfortunately, his brother is far stronger than he is at this point, not even including the God Ki, and Kami himself is also far stronger than Raditz. So Raditz was driven away. However, unlike in the original, Raditz says, "Oh no, I'm going to call in Vegeta and Nappa, and we're going to, duke it out with you guys. We're going to take this back, Hacker. I don't think this is over." So he goes off and is like, "Oh, they're going to be back. We're going to need to train." And then, "Oh, that's quite right, Goku. Oh, wait, it's you. Indeed. I was stopping by to see how things were, and I saw your little predicament. Granted, with your ability to use God Ki, you shouldn't have much trouble with any normal mortal. But seeing as I have some free time, I've come to give you a little bit of a training course, just as I promised." That's like, "That'd be great, but I mean, can my friends train?" "Oh, I'm afraid not. This one's only going to be for you, Goku." "Oh man, well I don't know." It's like, "Goku, it's fine. Don't worry, Goku. Go and get stronger. Learn to harness your God power, God Ki, even greater." It's like, we'll train together. I will take care of your friends. Those Z fighters will get stronger. Trust me. We will be prepared." So Goku's like, "All right then," and then Goku goes out to train with Whis. So for a whole year, because they know that's when it's going to happen. Now, real quick, Raditz, sensing how strong he is, knowing he has to get stronger too, goes only about halfway. Basically, because it will take about a year for Vegeta and Nappa to get to Earth. He goes only halfway because he'll be able to train for a while, and that way he'll meet up with them on the other half, and basically just, they'll all go together. So with Raditz actually training for a change, and actually naturally being stronger than Goku in the early part of the series, obviously, because Goku trained for God knows how long, and Raditz was still 3 or 4 times stronger than he was naturally. That's just because he's been on the battlefield for so many years. Never really implied that Raditz did any training, or even Nappa. We know Vegeta at least did some training, but ultimately, it is as it is. So if Raditz were actually to put some serious thought into training for a change, and actually train and wait for Vegeta and Nappa to get there, in half a year, how strong would he get? Well, we know his power is actually around 1,500. Most say it's 12, but it turns out it was around 15 when it was all said and done. Or at least that's what the Daisenshu says. So 1,500, I'd say he could at least double his strength, maybe even triple it. So we'll say 4,500. That's what we'll go with. So he's actually a little bit stronger than a suppressed Nappa, which would surprise them when they finally get like, Raditz, you actually done some training, Raditz. Oh, you could actually give Nappa a solid fight. Yeah, that's right. Now, let's just go. Let's just go and kick my brother's ass and take over that planet. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Z-Fighters are training up at Kami's lookout. Now, Kami, I believe I put him right around 5,000. And Kami is never going to stop his training either, because he really realized that being stronger really helped the overall, conflict on Earth. The Dragon Balls are far more effective, so when things need to be, fixed, Dragon Balls there and can do a lot more. So he realized, and he's actually able to help legitimately protect the Earth as a guardian. I never understood why. I never understood that. So your job is to just sit there and look at things and not interfere, except, to seal away. That it's kind of a dumb thing. However, so they'll do their standard training, and the standard multipliers they got. By the way, Yajirobe's not included in this because screw Yajirobe. He's a great comic relief, not a fighter. Even though he was the one who ended up beating Vegeta in the end by cutting his tail off, technically. I think they just wanted to give him a moment. That was it. But anyway, so everyone's a little bit stronger this version. Remember, Tien is about 300, Krillin's about 250, and Yamcha's about 200, and we don't give a crap about Chaozu. Sorry. Chaozu's abilities are lean towards psychic abilities. They're not meant to be... he's not meant to be a real martial artist, really. It's more psychic abilities, and they're quite powerful. He was even able to halt base forms to Dragon Ball Super Goku after he'd been training with God Ki, at least for a little bit. So, quite powerful, but not really a fighter. I'll say this. Chaozu, instead of 600, we'll put him at 7... Well, actually, it was 694, so we'll put him at 800. We're going to make everyone's multiplier a bit higher in this version than in the original. Yamcha's was started at 177, was like at 1,408. Krillin was around 1,200, give or take. When he actually did the Super Blast, it was around. No, that was suppressed. Sorry, it was around. Krillin's I think around 1,500. Now I think about it, when it's all said and done. And then when he did, no, it was around 1,200. That's what Daisenshi said. They did like a Super Blast, and it like went to 1,700 or so. But point being, 1,200 from like 206, basically 6 times. So Yamcha will give him about a times 8. Krillin will give him about a times 7. Tien went from 250 to around 1,700, like 1,780, so close to 1,800. So we'll go, that's about 7, give or take. So we'll go 8 for him as well. That means Tien's about 2,400 after the initial training. Krillin is about, Krillin would be about 7, so about, actually, where Tien actually was around 1,750. Yamcha is about, times that by 8, is about 1,600. Chaozu 800. But here's the thing. Kami also is keeping his training up. He's probably around near a year has passed. They have about a week left, according to Kami, before the Saiyans are supposed to arrive. So Kami, I'm going to say, is around 7,000. Now, here's the thing. They have a little thing called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And Kami explains it, that initially you would only been able to go in there for about a day. You only would have been able to go in there for twice in your entire lifetime. However, I've actually recalibrated ever since my regaining my youth. It's See, they never prove it's tied, like Dragon Balls, it's tied to the Guardian. But it's implied that because Dende actually fixed the Hyperbolic Time Chamber himself, which means it seems to be up to the Guardian to kind of how to fix it. And Dende was a younger, stronger Namekian, so he had more to be able to. He was able to do more because his Dragon Ball is more powerful than Kami's. So Kami says, "So yeah, well, so we're all going to go in there." It's like, what? Wait, but don't you mean that? Isn't there only supposed to be enough food for 2 people for 1 year? Yes. Well, we're not going to be spending an entire year in there. So between like all of them, try and think actually. If there's enough food in there for 2 people for 1 year, and Kami pretty much would only be drinking water, so that's really 1 person you can count for food. Chaozu, Tien, so there's 4 people. So basically cut that out. 2 people is 4, so 4 people would be for half a year. So they spent essentially half a year in there, which is basically half a day. But it's all 5 of them training together. What's going to be going down in there? How strong are they going to get? Well, half a year in those conditions and having everyone there so they don't go insane. I'm going to say Kami is going to be a solid 15,000. Tien is probably going to be hitting around 12,000, with Krillin around 10,000, Yamcha at 8, and we're going to put Chaozu at a solid. Well, I'll be nice and give him 3,000. I think those are all reasonable numbers. So they get back, and then the Saiyans show. They have a few days to prepare, relax, and then the Saiyans finally show up. So this is Earth. Where's your brother? Where's Kakarot? And Raditz is like, I don't know. He should be here. My brother, that lousy, no good traitor or brother. He should be here, but we'll fight. We'll just have to blow some things up and draw him out. Yeah, how about no? So Tien's just there, Yamcha and everyone. They got the power suppress. Oh, look at this. Now Kami would stay back initially because he is still the Guardian Earth. If he dies, then Dragon Balls are screwed. So if he has to get involved, he will. He is the strongest of them, but if he has to, he will. But again, Krillin is about 10, Tien about 13, no, about 12, sorry. Yamcha about 8, and Chaozu about 3. Meanwhile, Goku and Whis have been training, and Goku's pooped, Whis helps him recover, and then he realizes, whoops, I seem to have made a little bit of judgment. We were so engrossed in your training that we completely forgot that this is when the Saiyans right. Oh, crud, they're there? It's like, yeah, we gotta get out of there. Oh, don't worry, Goku, we'll get you there. It'll take a few minutes, but don't worry. We'll get there without too much difficulty. So, they're on their way. Meanwhile, the actual fight starts. Now, Chaozu actually just takes care of the Cybermen themselves. And then, Raditz is about to say, I got him, and then, Yamcha goes in to, aid Chaozu against Raditz. And together, they're able to really just overwhelm Raditz. Raditz is stronger than Chaozu, but Yamcha is far supersedes Raditz. He's about what Goku was in the series, in the original series. And then, Krill's like, let's go. Oh, I want the bald. Man, I want the bald guy, Vegeta. Which one? The short one. Oh, fine. He looks to be the weakest one anyway. You probably couldn't handle the other one. I was like, whoa, you want to go, big boy? Let's go. I was like, great. Oh! And then just gets, and then Krillin just starts wailing in on Nappa. Just, who's the short? Die now! It's like Krillin, for the first time in his life, is able to really wail on someone. It's like, oh, this is so cathartic. Oh, you're making me so mad. Let me show you my true power. Now what do you think? Oh, God. I think you talk too much, for I am Krillin, warrior hero of Earth. And then just it keeps wrecking. Then, granted, Nappa at 7,500 can put up a much better fight against Krillin at 10,000 than at 4,000. But still, Krillin's wrecking shop with him, and he eventually does just take him out with either a Kamehameha or a Kienzon. So, meanwhile, Tien, sorry, I said Tenten. Tien and Nappa, Vegeta are having that bit of a face-off, just and then they go toe-to-toe. Now, Tien clearly is at the disadvantage. He's still weaker than Vegeta is. But at 12,000, he can put up a fight. Like Goku using the Kaioken was able to put up a fight, but ultimately Vegeta just overwhelmed him. So he had to use a double just to keep up with him. It's kind of similar here, except Tien doesn't know the Kaioken, but he does have. It's over 3 eyes. Solar flare! Oh! It's like seeing Frieza naked out of the shower. Wait a minute, Frieza's always naked. Oh, God! And then, that's where Tien actually takes the advantage and actually starts wailing in on Vegeta. Vegeta, with instinct, is able to catch him, just breaks his eye. Shin Gekko! Blast Vegeta near point blank with a Shingeki. And just Vegeta's still standing though. Just I'm going to enjoy this. Raditz is still alive, but pretty much beat to a pulp. Hang on, Tien, we're coming. It's like, that's right. And basically Yamcha and Krillin are both there. Just yeah. And so I was like, Vegeta powers up to full power. It's like, and even Chaozu's there. Chaozu tries paralyzing Vegeta. It's like, ew. And he's able to point, though, just blast Chaozu's like, and then Chaozu, dead, gone. Now, luckily, with a stronger Kami, the Earth Dragon Balls can work at least one more time for resurrecting someone. They can resurrect someone at least twice, whereas Purunga could do it any number of times. And that's just because Kami, or Guru, had more power, like abilities than Kami did. Kami right now has just gotten stronger, so it's kind of a gradual increase of abilities. I'm wondering if there's a point where you could have gotten unlimited wishes on the Dragon Balls if the creator was strong enough. I don't think so, because the Super Dragon Balls still only grant one wish, and but they can grant literally any wish. So I think that's a trade-off. I think maybe 3 might be the natural maximum for the Dragon Balls. Why didn't anyone ever wish for unlimited wishes? Was that beyond the... Oh my God, use the Super Dragon Balls for unlimited wishes. You can get... Duh! I digress. Then again, it's a matter of someone knowing the language to speak to get the Super Dragon Balls to work, because a normal mortal couldn't do that. Anyway, though, and Vegeta's like, no, Vegeta's just pissed, and he does, no, Shatsu! Now, remember, unlike in the original, Tien's arms isn't severed, it's just broken, and he's pretty taxing. He used one Shingeki, but he's much stronger also, so it didn't kill him this time, but he's pretty tired out. It's like, no, Tien, you need to stay back, you're too tired to take him on. Like, he's right, we'll handle this, and then, Krillin actually does like, dual Kienzons, which I don't think we actually ever saw him do. I mean, we know he did multiples, but I don't think he ever just had dual wielded 2 Destructo discs, which is pretty awesome when you think about it. So, let's go! And then, they charge in, and Vegeta remembers just offhand seeing Nappa get killed, just cut in half, and it could easily cut him in half. Nappa could easily cut him in half, so he's actually got to avoid Krill. Yeah. Yamcha, meanwhile, is doing that energy manipulation, just just choo 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 choo. Just yeah, and then Vegeta, and meanwhile he's also attacking. So Vegeta's on the back burner for a change, despite the fact he really is far above them. They're using tactics and techniques to really put him on the back foot. Unfortunately for them, Vegeta just eventually just grabs Krillin and just uses the grabs Krillin's arm and just takes off Yamcha's arm. So, Yamcha! And then he deactivates the destructive disc so it doesn't happen again, or tries to throw one. Vegeta gets out of the way and just boom, just gut checks Krillin, just right in the diaphragm, and they both go down. And then he just comes in behind Tien, just boom, and they're all just and now Kami's just like, damn, I need to go help them, but yeah, even I can sense his power surpasses even mine. Goku, where are you? And just as I don't know where Kakarot is, but this is over. But it doesn't matter. He'll come home. He'll just have to find his friends, bloodied and dead. And just as he's about to, he's like, what? Who? And then he just sees Goku standing, just like, so like, no one hurts my friends. And then just now, where's Goku's? Now, remember, the training that Goku would have done with Whis was more about his God Ki than his actual base Ki. God Ki, it's not, despite being born with God Ki, Goku still has his normal Ki that he uses generally. God Ki is the secondary power that he just naturally has and can access, which is what Whis was teaching him to do. Accessing it quicker, control it better, maybe raising the ability to use it so that he's got stronger levels of God Ki. Teaching him something maybe like that God Ki bind that he did on Broly. But that's not to say his actual base power didn't increase at all either. I mean, he was still training there as well with other things. So, power-wise, where would we have Goku at? Well, if I remember correctly, I had him around 6,000 last video. Now, he's not going to... Now, because he's doing training with an angel, you could make an argument that he got like a 20 times increase, kind of like he did with King Kai. But I wouldn't go that far. But I will say this. I think a 10 times increase over a year training with Whis for just his base, I think that's more than reasonable, which puts him at 60 grand just in his base Ki line alone. That's a weird statement. A base Ki line. Base Ki, his normal mortal Ki. So he just grabs you, just... So, you finally showed up, Kakarot. And look at you. You think you're so powerful. But you're just a low-class runt. I hope I'm a Saiyan elite. But then Rad's still on the ground. It's like, Kakarot's here. And then Goku just sees his brother there on the ground. It's like, yeah, you said you'd come back. I guess we should have heeded that warning a bit better. Thanks. And he just goes down and he brought some senzu because he stopped at Kami. He's like, thanks guys, but I'll take it from here. I spoke to Kami. Yeah, he can't get involved. If these guys are too strong, if he does, we risk losing the Dragon Balls, which means we won't be able to bring Chaozu back at all. No, I understand. No, he killed Chaozu. You gotta let me have it. No. It's like, Tien, I have this. And, Raditz and Raditz, and then actually looks at Raditz. Raditz, Vegeta, here, eat it. And he's like, what are you doing? And then he gives it to Raditz. It's like, what is this? He's like, I feel fantastic. What did you do? This Senzu bean. He heals. He's like, why did you get? And now it gives him a Zenkai boost of like 6,000, bringing him up to 6,000. And Vegeta, I think, even gets. Vegeta, I think, would get his. Not maybe a real, because he's not anywhere near as beat up as Raditz was. Raditz is pretty much on. Couldn't get up, was done. Whereas Vegeta was just really roughed up. Even if he got a Zenkai, it wouldn't be big. Maybe 20,000 would be. I was like, why would you do that? Because I'm going to show you that. Because I need to show you that you're wrong, and the only way to do that is to beat you guys at your best. And then Raditz and Vegeta are just like, sure, right. And then they don't have scouters. Raditz probably no good, but he throws him as a scouter anyway. He probably still has it. Or Raditz scouter, whatever. One of them still has a scouter. So what's his power say? And Goku's power, I think he would suppress it right now, 5,000. It's like it's 5,000. He's not even. He laughs. He's not even as strong as the guy with the hair, and the guy with the hair is the weakest. Hey, come on! And then Goku's like, you're right. I am holding back at the moment. So as we say, because that was a lucky shot you got on me. And then they basically both try to attack him, but Goku's just slowly getting the makings of Ultra Instinct down. He's just reacting pretty much, just reflexes honed and everything like that. Why can't we hit him? And then briefly, Raditz is able to pick up that his power level is much higher. He's been suppressing it the whole time. I was like, that's right. You want my power? See my power? Here's my power. And then powers up to 6 grand. Or 60 grand. And it's like, ugh, this power is 60,000. Basically, scatter breaks around the 20 something. But anyway, it's like, it's powerful. What is it? And they're sensing, that's it. We're blowing up this whole planet right behind you. Galicons, what was it? You didn't keep your eyes on the burning Saturday Crush or something like that? Whatever Raditz is sitting there. Now fire! And they blast, and Goku's just like, again, still not even really needing to, there's a flash of red. I'm not certain what that's reflecting on. I'll have to see what that's reflecting on. Kame. Kind of like how Koan did against Perfect Cell. Kame. And they just overwhelms both of them. Ah! No. What? Vegeta and Raditz is like, oh, we need to retreat. We are not retreating from your Lucas, brother. Look, he's stronger than both of us. Even if we went Ozaru, he's still got his tail. He could do it too. And then Goku just is listening behind them because they didn't even sense him appear behind him because they can't pick up power levels. It's like, yeah, and that's not all. It's like, I'm not even using one bit of my full power. It's like, what are you talking about? You said you maxed out your full power. My main power is with normal ki, but I haven't shown you yet what I can truly do. And he basically just shows off. And I imagine it's something more akin to what Frieza did when he went into Golden Frieza. Before it turned to power, that awesome, you get those close up. He just powers up, but it's not quite like. It's more like he's still got the fists out. Just, you get that God key music, and he just what is this? Can't be. It can't be. Is he a legendary Super Saiyan? It's like, no, Vegeta, I'm not the legendary Super Saiyan. I'm far beyond that. Because Goku would have heard of probably Whis tell him about the legend of the Super Saiyan, which he has not accessed that power yet. That's just something he hasn't accessed. Instead, he explains that I'm something beyond that. I am a Super Saiyan God. And it's just, you're lying. And basically, kind of like what happened with Broly. They're just now hitting Goku. Just boom, 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 boom. Okay, Vegeta, this is embarrassing. And he just kind of just waves it. They can't sense his power, but they can feel the pressure. And but this is the first time ever in his life, really, that Vegeta's felt legitimate. Like, he is scared. Shit. And Raditz probably has crapped himself at this point. Just, but I bet you can control your all form now form, which Goku can. But he's willing to play along with this. Raditz! It's like, right! They throw up the false moon. Change those are. Now what do you think, Kakarot? Now what? Why can't I move? Raditz and Goku's just again holding his God key there, hands there in that God key, which. It seems my brother can't control his grade 8 form, but you can, Vegeta. So listen carefully. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you live. Because you know what will happen. Because I know, and you know, that I could end you at any moment right now. But I want to see. I sense potential in you to be a great opponent, maybe even a good person someday. I believe there's good in people, Vegeta, and I think there is good buried somewhere deep in you and my brother. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let you live. But if you ever come back here again, and you ever try to do what you did today, there will not be a second chance. There will not be a third. There will just be then and there. He says something along those lines. And Vegeta's just like, you. And just to make sure you get the point, he just, again, just blows them back and just takes their tail off with some Gagi. Just, and then now Goku's just standing over them, lording over them, just, now go. Now get off my planet. And both Raditz and Vegeta actually hightail it out of there. Now, Goku actually didn't really kick their ass that much. Vegeta, though, they'll probably get minor Zenkais, but nothing serious. They get out of there and just, Well, that was fun. Well, let's go wish Chaozu back. They quickly get the Dragon Balls and wish Chaozu back. And then Kami, they still have another wish because they have 2 wishes right now in the Dragon Balls. Name your second wish. Do we have any other wishes right now, guys? Kami surprisingly asked the question, tell me, what would it take for someone like me to gain the key of the divine? You don't have the power to grant it to me, Dragon, but tell me, what would it take for me to gain divine key, God key? And then they're like, what? Kami? What are you telling me? I've been thinking long about it, Goku. As a guardian, I call myself Kami, God, but what does that really mean? I need to live by an example. I need to become stronger, more. That way I can fulfill my duties to their full effect. Now, I think Kami wanting God Key actually would be a natural, because there's a little bit of ego there. I think there is a little bit, but it's more of him because he's had so many years to, learn about things and put things aside and all that. While there's a little ego there and, self-improvement there, it's more about self-improvement for the sake of being the guardian. Plus, he can already tell Goku will always be stronger than him. So and he even says, don't worry, Goku. It's not about ego. It's not about control. There's no King Piccolo left in me. And by some miracle, there was. I can already tell you, you have easily surpassed me, and you'll always be one step ahead. So if there's any failsafe for an evil god Kami, it is you. So yeah, and now the question is, does Shenron have the ability to explain how God Key works, and could he do it? Unfortunately, I think he has a vague idea of how to get God Key to work, but unfortunately, it's just not enough that he can really help Kami. However, Whis is still there, as he's the one who brought Goku there. He's like, oh, Kami, if you wanted to know that, all you had to do was ask. And so Whis says, if you'd like, I can give you some. I can't do much with you with training, as I have my own things to do. I just had some free time with Goku, luckily. But if you'd like, I can give you some proper guidance and instructions, and you can try on your own. And Kami now bows. Thank you, Whis. This is a great honor, and I will do everything I can to make sure I am worthy of it. Oh, I have no doubt. You've always been an exceptional individual. So that's where we're leaving off right now for part 3. We'll get to part 4 later today because I'm catching up with Raditz and Vegeta hightailing it out of there. Worse for wear, but still generally intact. But missing their tails still. And giving Kami some instructions on God Key, then wishing Chaozu back. And, things are generally going to be okay for the time being. So, until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything to do with the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. And just stay tuned for more what ifs throughout the day. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you later.